Hi, Chef Roger. Welcome to my video. I'm about to demonstrate how we make some nice marshmallow. We call them in French guimauve. They're beautiful and sweet, soft, little gummy. And you know, kids love them, adults love them, we all love them. We make one of our favorite s'mores with those. Today I'm going to actually flavor those marshmallow, some with some chocolate and some with some passion fruit puree that I have here. And I'm going to keep some just natural. So for those, I'm going to first make what we call a Italian meringue. Italian meringue, it's some beaten egg white with some sugar. And to that, to make it to a marshmallow, I'm going to add some gelatin. I have gelatin here that's softened up right now into water. I have a question about gelatin. And this is a piece of gelatin sheet here that I have in my hand. You know, it's very brittle now. And it's very firm and hard. You know, you can't eat that. But to make it able for the gelatin to be absorbed into this preparation, first we have to soften it up. So it's more malleable, I will say. And then we will let it melt into a warm liquid. Here, the syrup is going to be the liquid that's going to warm my gelatin. Now, if I was making a custard and I want to set that custard so then I can cut into it, you would put some gelatin in it too. And let's say you make a crème anglaise, well, the gelatin will be added to your custard when it's still hot. You stir it in, then you want to strain it in case there's little pieces of gelatin left in the back. And that will help your gelatin set and be able to, you know, do different shape out of it. There's different kind of gelatin. This is animal gelatin. I have on my channel different recipe where I use some agar, which is a seaweed gelatin. You also have fruit gelatin. Those will be pectins, extract of fruit, and used in a lot of your marmalades, compote, and things like that, jam. You know. So, but today we're using that gelatin here, which come like that. Okay. So to make that meringue, I'm going to use here 350 grams of granulated sugar, but I'm going to put in my saucepan here. I'm going to add to that 110 grams of water, right here. And then, after it comes to a simmer, to a boil, I will add some, I have some glucose here. It's inverted sugar, what we know in French as trimoline. It's going to prevent my syrup here that I need to cook to 266 degrees Fahrenheit to crystallize on me. You know, syrup get disturbed very easily and anything could eventually crystallize my sugar and water here. So to prevent that, I'm going to add that inverted sugar that's going to help prevent crystallization. Then to it, when it's nice and hot, I will add my gelatin to that syrup. Then everything will be added to that meringue that I'm going to create. Okay? Here we go. So first thing first, I'm going to put that on here and I'm going to wait for that, again, that syrup that I'm making here, which is close to what you call a softball syrup. It's tiny little higher than softball going to the hard ball, so it's not too soft, there's a little bit of a bite into it, as your regular marshmallow will have. It's a little bit tender actually than your regular marshmallow because there's no all those extra ingredients, formula into it. It's all natural sugar that we have here, great chocolate, great passion fruit puree. I have some nice eggs to make my meringue also. So to make that meringue, I'm going to take those eggs while that's coming to a boil here. I'm going to separate the white from the yolk. I just want to use the white. I'm going to use that bowl. So here I have my Fidel eggshell splitter. It's going to help me do that. Crack my egg and just being able to remove that white. See how I do it? I go like that. It's a beautiful thing. Everybody, oh, some of you ask me where can I find the eggshell splitter? But actually as of now you cannot because it's in development, I would say. You know? But hopefully it'll be one day into your store. Trying to develop a little something out of that. We'll see what happens. So here I have 2 egg white and the third one here that's coming into it. Make sure you don't put any other egg yolk into the egg white. It's very, very important. You could keep those egg yolks here if you were to put a little bit of water in it so they don't dry, and use them in another preparation another day. So here are my egg white. I'm going to add to that a tiny pinch of salt. And I'm going to start beating those up very soon when my syrup is close to the temperature it needs to get. So it's boiling well now. I'm going to add that glucose. And I'm going to put my thermometer inside my probe, and again I want to cook it to 260 degrees. So right now my sugar is at 229, 230, so I'm going to start beating up those egg whites because I want to incorporate them as soon as the sugar reaches the right temperature. So they need to be ready for that. I'm going to bring those to a fluffy consistency. This is what we're going for here. And when they're nice and fluffy, I will start adding my syrup when it comes to the right temperature. So the syrup is at 264 degrees right now. Okay, I'm going to hold on to those egg whites very quickly. I'm going to add my gelatin into it. The gelatin is going to cook the cooking process and make sure that syrup doesn't go higher when it needs to go. So I add the gelatin. I'm going to remove that probe. I'm going to stir that gelatin inside. Be careful because you're creating some moisture here adding the gelatin, so you want to have a pot large enough so everything doesn't just come all over here. Okay. So those egg whites are nice and fluffy. I'm going to slowly add my syrup to it. And now I'm going to whisk it. I'm going to keep stirring till that comes to the consistency I'm looking for. High speed now. Okay, this is much better here. It's nice and thick. I'm going to be able to start using that. It's ready. You can see how, the volume completely developed here. And here I create that beautiful little string of marshmallow. Here we have our marshmallow. This is how you make it. Now I'm going to show you how you could shape them. Now I'm going to divide them into 3 parts here. I'm going to keep a little bit of it, but I just want to keep just like that, a natural marshmallow. And then I'm going to divide it in 2 here. Into that one here, I'm going to add my passion fruit puree. Make sure I get everything. There is 75 grams of passion fruit puree here. I'm going to fold it inside, like that. So one thing to keep in mind now, we have gelatin inside here, so as it gets cold, it's going to set. So I want to shape them very fast. Don't use your whisk, we don't stir that at that point here. Okay, so here are my passion fruit. Now in this one I'm going to add my chocolate. I I melted the chocolate. It's nice and warm. We're going to have to incorporate it very fast into those egg whites, into those marshmallows before they set. Here we go. And same thing, we're going to stir that into it nicely like that. It's like a chocolate mousse almost. Okay, so now I have my chocolate marshmallow and my regular marshmallow. Okay. Now I'm going to shape them. I have those silicone mold here that I'm going to use, and I'm going to pipe the chocolate in that one here and the mango in the other one. I have some pastry bags. Then I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to put it like that. I'm going to fill that this way. Okay. Try not to be messy. I'm going to fold it and close it, and I'm going to pipe them in here. Have it here, those silicone mold, and we're going to fill them up. I just come a tiny bit above here. Oops. Okay. Here you can make one more. Here we are on the passion fruit. So now I don't want that to dry, so I have some acetate paper here that I prepare, but I'm going to put on top of it. I'm going to cover them with it. Scissors. Acetate is going to prevent them from drying, and I'm going to be able like that to press on them and make a nice flat surface. See here I put a little bit too much, but it's okay because as I press it just come out. Oops, here I forgot to put some. Now I'm going to cover those here and do the same thing. And I press on them till they come out. Like this I'm sure I'm going to have a nice flat bottom. Okay. Cover that one. That I'm going to put in my fridge right now and let it set. Now the chocolate one, same process. I'm taking my pastry bag. I'm going to put my chocolate into this one here. Okay. So now I do my chocolate. I pop inside. And here I have my chocolate marshmallow. Same thing, I'm going to put those now in the fridge. I'm going to leave them in the fridge overnight, and then I'll be able to work with them. I'll show you what we get, but they need to go in the fridge overnight. So something else you could do, you could just pipe some little mushrooms. Just like that. This is another way you could make your marshmallow. So now here we have our beautiful marshmallow that had been setting overnight. Here I'm making a mixture of powdered sugar and cornstarch, 50-50. I'm going to dip them in, and like this, when you hold them to eat them, they just don't stick to your hand. So I have 3 tablespoons of tannic sugar or powdered sugar. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Just like that. I'm going to mix that well together. And then I'm going to take those marshmallows. We're going to put them inside here like that. You put them in your cornstarch powder sugar solution. You toss them in. Then I'm wearing some gloves here to remove them and I remove the excess of sugar that's on top of it, and here we made some beautiful little marshmallow.